All right, welcome back, everybody. FSB Racing Live, Friday night Winston Cup action. Got Milt Jr. in the booth here with Dan Jones as well. I'm Shawn Reap, your host. How's everybody doing out there?
Yeah!
Time for racing.
So we were changing it up this week. Last week we were at the classic 1 mile technical track of Rockingham, North Carolina. We go quite a bit north and to the Midwest in Michigan, the big 2 mile D oval. With these truck physics, it races very much like a super speedway. Draft will be absolutely crucial tonight. You do not want to mess up the right side of that car, mess up your nose. It's just going to kill your night. Lots of lines, and even different lines down the front straightaway, which is really a curve. So this is always a fun track on a Friday night with these Winston Cup cars and these Winston Cup drivers. So let's jump right to it with our qualifying grid here. We got Dave Diamond Simons, the O2 car, taking the pole. I think that might be his first of the season. Definitely a good run for the O2. And Slim Jim Gately.
He's always up there, though.
He's always up there, yeah. So good to see. Yeah, Slim Jim Gately outside there on the 23 car. TG Reese starting row 2. Oh, excuse me, everybody. Last night's truck winner in dominating fashion at Atlanta, the 27 of Dan Irvine, is back. I believe he'll have the old Milwaukee Tim Richmond car out there tonight. So we'll have a battle of the beers with the Miller High Life 29 car of Jeff Hale starting P5, and then the Coors machine of Ken Hansen, those Bill Elliott colors, the number 9 car. Mark DeSenza starting 7th, last week's winner at Rockingham. 59 Ryan Johnson. I don't know if he's going to bring out the Brothers Body and Paint or his Miller High Life, but it could be another one for the Brew Battle. And of course, Den Francesconi. Look at that. Top 10 qualifying run for Den. He likes racing Michigan. It's one of the tracks he can run here with us on Friday night, and we'll get more into Den later, but good to see him coming out and actually making the start tonight. 124, Rick Castle rounds out your top 10, and wait, whoa, okay, you guys seeing this? Am I seeing this right?
That's Michael Sanders right there, buddy.
As Michael Sanders.
The 191 still got his number, and he is back on the track, ready to roll.
Coming out of nowhere, out of retirement, the 191, Michael Sanders. Great to see. Of course, big time part of that Sin City Motorsports group. Sponsored a lot of our special events over the years.
Oh, heck yeah. Indy 500s, big time.
I don't know why I'm, like, sparkling on the webcam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at my Indy 500 trophy, and he got that for me.
Yeah, I almost got one of those. Almost, but we've been through that.
Well, I had to wreck Matt Watkins. I told my teammates I wasn't going to do it, but
totally worth it.
Stuck it in there, man. It's due to go at the Indy 500. You got to go, man.
You got Ed Finley there in the 80 car making another start tonight. Will Farmer in the 2. Steve Weber, Bill Yarborough. As the track cars are taking the track now for happy hour, they've finished up their drivers' meeting.
Happy, joy.
Happy, joy. I don't have Ren Stimpy, but I got Pinky in the brain tonight.
Stimpy, you fat bloated idiot.
Milty, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Or pondering. Sorry, pondering.
Pondering?
Rick Bisconner in the 109, Pops Margison, Francis Dittman, Josh Elliker, and Jeff Habek rounding out your top 20 there. And it looks like we're going to have more than 20 cars starting tonight, which is excellent. Just the type of numbers we've been seeing this season. With Brad Otto in the 21, Bill Farmer in the 06, Bob Dixon in the 43, the 108 of John the Dog Palmer, Dean Front Row Gotro starting 27th. Every time I say his nickname, he ends up in the back.
Front Row Gotro.
That's not where the front row go. It looks like he chose to take a provisional tonight. You got the 68 of Chet Barkin be out there in that Petty Blue 1984 200th win scheme.
That was his favorite core.
Yeah, and that should do it. That rounds out your field there. So Chet and Dean
cars?
will be shotgun. So you take out
26.
Yeah, you take out 3 for myself, Milt, and camera 2 there. His camera 2 is that one.
Who's your pick tonight, Shawn? Milt?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Dan Irvine stays hot. He rides the momentum from last night and backs it up.
Oh, awesome for him. Yeah, he's definitely got the skills. I'm gonna go with a guy here that's had some bad luck last couple weeks, but qualifying P5, the hailstorm, Jeff Hale.
Man, you guys took both of my picks. Am I allowed to choose the same?
Nope, you gotta be unique. We gotta jinx 3 drivers, Dan. You know the rules. They have to give 3 people an equal shot to have unbelievably bad luck with the broadcast.
Think you're going to get out of Mexico, gringo? Gotta go. Give us one.
Si, senor. I got a t-shirt for you.
Right on, man.
You want to buy a t-shirt or woman?
Okay. We're getting into the strange territory here.
Okay, so no pick for Dan.
Yeah, Dan's gonna pass. Either that or he's taking Speedy Gonzalez.
Hippa, hippa, hippa.
Josh Elliker, he's running.
You know what? I was looking at that name, and that 47 guy, he's good.
Yeah, he was also strong
I
last night
choose
at
him.
Atlanta. All right.
That's a good
I jinx
choice.
him. I mean,
He's a
Yeah.
great. He moves up great. He's very patient and very good at analyzing the track. You know, my whole thoughts of this track. It's been a while since I've run NASCAR 2003, and then I talked to the drivers, and they were saying I was full of it. So because I didn't know what I was talking about, because they've been running this setup. I was assuming it's going to be really loose, which we've seen a lot early, a lot of cautions. The consensus was the setup is actually really good right out of the box and a little more conservative than I was thinking. But pit road entrance and exit, and Steve Weber saying the frozen cactus. He showed me a picture of his. It's snowing in the big cactus, but it's snowing in Arizona. Uh, global warming. Go figure. But he was saying leaving pit road is murder.
Yeah, it's a little loose down there in low gear on the flat apron as you have to come out. But I will say from my experience of running this track and this setup, is that it is actually a little bit loose on the starts on the cold tires, especially when you're 2x2 going into turn 1, and also if you try and pass low off of turn 4. Within the first 2 or 3 laps, it can snap loose on you. But after the tires heat up, yeah, it's very stable.
Well, and the things that are the characteristics of this track that are always going to be the same is when you try to go down low and turn the car to the left to try to pass coming out of turn 2, the car will just snap out away from you. And the same thing in turn 4. And that's got to be the case on cold tires, especially. I don't care what they say. That's been my experience
Yeah, I
at
always tell
Michigan, no matter what setup.
yeah, I always tell people trying to get a handle on this track, if you exit turn 2 with a handful of wheel, you're going to get a face full of wall. Because if you have that wheel just turned at all, when the banking drops off to the flat, it just snaps, violently loose on you, and you have no chance of catching it.
Oh my gosh! I've been staring at the cars playing. Will Farmer playing
Yeah, little
slap and tickle there with Bisconner, Robert Bokum, the FSB champion up
yeah. I was
in
about to
the
give him a
house. What's
call
up,
there.
Robert? Carol Hansen. Hi, Carol.
Barrett McKay got his name fixed there, so I don't have to mentally flip that around. That's good. He says his pick is the 23 Ken Hansen. You're going to have to clarify, is it the 23 or is it Ken Hansen? Because Slim is the 23 and Ken Hansen's the 9. Who we happen to know Carol Hansen will be pulling for.
Well, have a good qualifying for Ken here. Definitely, needs some bad luck from a couple cars and win here. More than capable of doing it. This is pucker time here. This is when all of a sudden you're lined up and you're like, oh my gosh. Now we got to go here.
Hey, we got Cody Luke checking in.
Man. And Saska.
Yeah, Cody Luke is Minecraft man
thanks,
there.
Man. I keep forgetting that. I'm sorry. Cody Luke is definitely. And what the hell? There we go. Okay, so Barrett's going for Slim Jim. Step yourself into a Slim Jim. Long race here. A lot of guys from last week want to do better this week, and that's pretty much how it goes. So, going to do Tony.com 16 qualifying right up there in the top 10. Dan Francisconi, Madeira native. This is a track that is really suited to his particular skill set, which is, he's paralyzed from the neck down, but he's a magician with those keyboard controls.
Here we go. Diamond Dave Simons leading him down to the green flag in the O2 car.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys! It's still not quite DW there.
Hey, you're just from the wrong region of the country to get that down quite right, but it'll do.
Simon's on point, air on the nose. Always a bridesmaid on Friday nights. Time to be a bride.
I'll tell him you said that.
For me to say up here in the Budweiser booth here. Nice spacing. Problem for Bill Farmer, I think, might have got booted.
It looks like he did, yeah.
He did get booted.
Yeah, I'm looking. I see he got booted from TeamSpeak as well. A little connection problem there.
Internet snafu for sure.
But meanwhile, his son Will Farmer in the 2 car is still connected and running. You'll see there on the left, you got Will Farmer and the Hawaiian Punch. Buick is still running strong in the basement of the same house, so not sure what happened to Bill.
Jim Gately all over Dave Simons. Sometimes he rides behind. Today he really wants to push and get out in the lead. This is going to use his tires up a little bit, but just a little faint there. Letting him know he's there, trying to put pressure on him. When you do that, though, then the other cars get to come up there really close going into turn 1. Dan Irvine behind, and my man there, Jeff Hale. You do not want to see that guy behind you. Great on cold tires. Evolved his racing strategy over the years, though. Has gotten very more precise. TG Reese, 5th. Mark Rocket, D Rocket, gonna make that pass. TG gets out the way already. They're my 2 buddies I met way back years ago. Them racing at CC Racing. Eventually they found their way here. Great guys. They're running side by side. And Hansen looks like he's just pretty cool with staying in line right now. Ryan Johnson, well, we know how he rolls. Very patient. 8. And Francisconi, 9. Top 10 is Rick Castle, that Crown Royal car. Michael Sanders from the couch to the racetrack, solidly in P11. He's a great qualifier, but you wouldn't expect that just his first Friday night back, but solid in P11. Young fella Will got some company there with the frozen cactus of Steve Weber. Bill Yarbrough, I'm pretty sure he could qualify better here. I'm a little shocked the Realtree Chevrolet didn't qualify as well, but he's a great follower and patient throughout the race.
Oh,
I like
Descenza.
his chances.
Descenza's just, slicing and dicing his way up the field here. Oh, a little contact. Oh,
Oh,
Irvine and
cars around.
53 are around.
Irvine. Big wreck.
They're still piling in. There's
This is a
Josh
huge
Elliker,
wreck.
Dan
Oh,
Irvine.
Ed Finley upside down. Come on, Ed. Get out of that thing. Ed Finley still upside down. Wow, we'll have to see what happened here.
Well, we got it queued up. We'll take a look here. Is Dan Irvine and the 53. Oh, they touched coming off the corner. And as T.G. Reese tried to catch it again, that just that triggered the rest of this. Finley's car flipped after it had come to a stop.
Wow, they were like 4 wide going into 1. Then they went down to 2. '53 very close side drafted. I don't think Dan Irvine knew that he was that close to him.
Well, right on board with our series admin, Ryan Johnson in the 59. See how he saw this unfold.
Oh, boy. He just got to lift out of it a little bit and get off it. Great job.
See, there's Dan Irvine.
He's lucky they didn't come down on him.
Dan down low through turn 1 and 2. Wow, look at that split-second reaction the 59 had to make there.
Absolutely. Tough luck for Dave Simons. He was trying to be conservative there, and he realized he was on the outside. And nowhere to go. He slams on the brakes, but he was head on into him, and just tough luck for our pole sitter.
So we managed to catch all 3 of our picks in the same wreck.
Wipeout, bad luck, broadcaster jinx. We can't pick anybody anymore.
Man, I think we're gonna have to start taking bribes for
yeah,
for Hulu Jinx.
Welcome to Michigan. Ed Finley came to a stop, and then the car just turtled over. He didn't get hit. Nobody got really pile drive there.
Yeah, his car might be all right.
Yeah, we'll have to see what their cars, just a little bit of fender damage and a lot of cars spinning, but nobody just crunching each other, so.
Ed spent a lot of time on pit road.
Yeah, Ed was upside down. That can't be good.
Oh, yeah, a lot of that was towing time. Okay, never mind. It can't be good, but still, I think I see some gaps.
Wow, that FSB NASCAR team with that tow truck just, instantly got him out of there, upside, right side up.
No, Barrett, the 80's not out. See, there he is back on the track. He's fine. He just had to get towed because he was turtled.
I think he blew chunks there.
Yeah, and when you're going for a tow, that's 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Minimum, yeah. But fortunately, under 2.5 a 2-mile track rather, under caution. You got time to maybe not lose a lap.
Yeah, really.
Although, no,
Racing,
I am showing the 80
incident.
down a lap, and Francis Dittman listed as out with a gearbox failure. In fact, he's up here in the booth with us now. Bandit, what happened, man? What was your view of that kerfluffle?
Well, let's put it this way. I saw a lot of smoke, and I thought I had it cleared, and there was the O2. Wham! Right into him.
Oh man, you plowed right into right into Milt's pick.
Oh man, it was terrible. I hit him, and the engine just died. And then I went to shift into fourth gear, and fourth gear went on me. I said, "Well, that's it. I'm not running no more tonight. Might just well go up to the booth and join the guys."
Right on, man. Well, actually, my pick was the 29, brah. So.
Oh, I thought you had the O2. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's nowhere to go, Francis.
Just no place to go, man. I had my foot on the brake, and there was the O2.
Well, right on board.
No choice.
Well, right on board here with the Francis eye view of what happened. Riding on the roof cam with a 00 Dairy Queen ride. And you see,
Bill Farmer.
Francis is doing everything right here, just on the brake, down to almost stopped, and then out of nowhere, just stopped on the track. There was the O2. Tough break, man.
Well, that's the way it goes, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, Bill Farmer had just lost all electrical calibration in the car. The thing just wouldn't go right before green. So he had got out and was too late. So he was a DNS there. Tough luck for Bill.
Yeah, I saw him fall out there. It was unfortunate, man. I didn't want to see that, that's for sure, especially the sponsor of this one.
Yeah, shout out again to the Farmer family, Farmer Brothers Contracting. You see their logo there next to the Winston Cup Series as they are sponsoring and putting up the hardware. And we are back to green with Slim Jim Gately leading him to the field, to the start here. Restart.
Yeah, the 3 is strong, absolutely, and he's the car we've seen mowing through traffic. There, Cody, definitely. That's how he do too, and he just loves this track. We talk about aero and waiting on the tires to warm up. He's not waiting on nothing. He's dogging the dog there, the dogger, the 29. So the 29's trying to push on the 23.
How'd you find the track tonight, Francis?
Very good, actually. Controlled pretty good. Not bad at all. Just kind of watch it. You don't want to get down too low in the corners because it will send you and up too high coming out of 4. So you got to kind of watch it. But coming out of 2 is a little tricky sometimes too because you don't want to get up and hit that wall neither. But you got some great racing out there though. Everybody's behaving themselves so far.
Absolutely. Turn 2 is what I talked about in the pre-race there, is the banking just drops off so drastically that if you come off with the wheel turned at all, like you're trying to fight it to keep it off the wall, it'll just hook hard left, and you're just a passenger as you go take a ride to the inside wall and usually hit it a ton.
Look at this. I mean, the 29 all over the back of Slim Jim Gately. That's about that's about 8 inches away there. Then they break. It looks like it pushed the 23 wide, or he didn't like what he saw there.
Or he just might want to get out of the way. Don't forget, those 4 cars in the lead, those are teammates. That is the entirety of Checkered Flag Racing right there.
But now they're going too wide here. What's going on in their race channel? They got to be talking about how they want to set this up, who wants to do what. You want to lead, or they know, tire dag will be an issue. Mark has made up that track position, and now he's probably going to go into safe mode a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, there is some fuel and tire savings to be had, even at as big and almost wide open a track as this is.
Another car that avoided bad luck for a change, knock on wood, that 54, Billy Yarbrough. He's right up there in 7th place. And we know how strong he is always. And probably going to chill there for a while. As long as he can keep, you know, in the draft with these lead cars. And these guys all look real strong right now. Rick Castle also feeling like, you know, this could be a top 5 night for me now. Michael Sanders from the couch to P9 right now and right up with these guys like nothing ever happened. How about Jeff Abick? Bad luck for some other guys, but he's, you know, every week, sim racing is something, yeah, it takes time, you know. This is pro sim racing. We're starting to see the evolution, just watching his car control getting better here. Of course, every time I talk about him, like we all do, we give the broadcaster jinx, but still have to mention what I see in the last 2 seasons. The evolution of the one-on-one there has just been incredible.
Yeah, if Kim's watching, you know? if Kim Wright's watching, yeah, Tyler's girlfriend there, she might come smack you for jinxing him there.
But
the way things have been going.
You still, as you know, I mean, I've done a lot in this game, you know. I mean, and you watch your competition.
This stuff isn't easy, as you see Steve Weber, former Winston Cup champion, catch the apron and do a heck of a job holding on to it and not pushing up and causing a big old wreck. But you see that caused a little gap as everyone took a breath, let him gather it up, and we're right back at it.
This is tense, man. Inches apart. Oh, Bill Yarbrough looks down low. Shows there. That's that hard move, but you
need friends.
Yeah, you do. But the fact that he could make that move was the veteran didn't do that on lap 1, 2, or 3. He waited till his tires got warm, and then you can make that left turn a little bit with a little more confidence.
You know, these front 4 of Checkered Flag are just hooked up. They're looking to just stay like this, maybe swap the lead a few times for bonus point purposes, and then nail that pit stop. As you see, there you go, the 3 car looking low, taking the 59 with them, trying to get some points for Mark to Rocket DeCenza. I don't imagine the 29 and 23 will fight him too hard on this, as they'll be looking to fall in between the 9, as no, Ken Hansen goes with the 59, so he smells an opportunity to hand those 2 out, and I can't blame him for taking it. You want to try and break these guys up if you can.
That's what he needs, you know, for points-wise and to win. But these guys don't race like, you know, I mean, cutthroat. There's another car in there. They're not going to race much different, teammate or not. Hansen's been running that bottom line, which I like at Michigan. As the run goes on later, getting right down to that line in the center of the corner really saves tires.
So your 3 car Mark DeCenza is credited with leading that lap, and now the 59's looking low, trying to pick up a point for himself.
Oh! Woo! The 9 gets loose right in front of Jeff Hale, and they avoid catastrophe there. Just that little snap loose.
3 wide into 1.
3 wide. The 3's having trouble. The 9 backs off there. This is great stuff, folks. You don't know how hard this is. Tire deg starting to happen here with those leader cars that were leading. But you see Ryan Johnson last lap 39.9, best lap 39.3, 6/10 off already, and he takes the lead. Jeff in the 40s because they're all kind of gaggling around here. This can be opportunity for Webb, and as he gets down low, the frozen cactus there is definitely there's tire saving to be had following. Doesn't seem much when you look. You're not seeing drastic moves. And as you do, here comes the 54 down low.
Meanwhile, Slim Jim Gately got shuffled all the way back to 7th through all that.
And now there's a battle with them, with Rick Castle. And he's been minding his business, minding his tires. Going to see a mistake out of these guys where he can pounce. Same with Mike Sanders. They've kind of hooked up the 124 and the 191.
Right on board on the left side here with the 83 of Steve Weber as he looks to find a way around Slim Jim Gately's 23 machine.
One thing, Milt, you're right. It isn't easy.
Heck yeah. See that second pack with some damaged cars falling back, led by Josh Elker of P12. What could have been? This car looks pretty good, but he lost track position. But then you look behind him, Dan Irvine's really pushed in the rear.
Here comes Jeff Hale.
Yep, Jeff Hale looking to take the lead back as you see them fanned out on the front stretch through Steve Weber's view. And one thing I love about racing here in California and these truck physics is there's so many different ways you can come down the front stretch and into turn one, and they all work out. Yeah, once you've got those tires warm.
Cars that don't have too much damage, but lost track position. Plops Markson, Ted Barkin, and 68. Brad Otto all over the back of him. They've lost the draft and track position, but they have pretty good cars.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay if they can catch a caution.
DG Reese's Skull Bandit. Ding. That baby's still pretty strong. They've lost that draft. Really lost the draft. There's a dog in the 108. We've been calling it a matador, a javelin. The history of my dad racing against the AMC group back in the day. But actually, he texted me and said, no, this car is actually AMC AMX Spirit, what it's called. So there you have it.
And my first car was a Dodge Spirit, so they carried on that name badge after Mopar absorbed AMC.
Ed Finley in the Bandit car there. Bandit, I don't like that, that Pontiac with that, which is really cool. Still running after blowing chunks upside down there.
Oh, I love that car.
Of course, we lost Burt Reynolds just last year, so it's a nice little tribute.
Ryan Johnson, P1, Brothers Body and Paint, our former Friday night sponsors there. Isaac's got to be watching, going, come on, Dad, and definitely, but he's starting to push a little bit. And as tire wear goes on, they're starting to use that outside exit coming out of turn 4, which carries good momentum, and you see they're not losing. They're taking the straighter line coming out and not turning right as much as some of the other cars. But as that 59 keeps going higher and higher, this pack is starting to come, and they're going to trounce. That's typical Michigan. When you get in the lead, you're all good for a while. I'm in the lead, and then they come at you.
Yeah, Francis, what fuel window were we looking at tonight?
I'm really not sure. I didn't look before the race, and I usually do, and I didn't look tonight.
Whoops.
I was just going to go with when my spotter told me to go in.
They pitted around 6 laps.
Right, so a 2.5 mile track is about 18 to 20 laps. A 1.5 mile track is about 33, 34 laps. So 2 mile track for us math geniuses up here is 24.
So pit should be coming up soon.
24, 25 maybe?
Let's hopefully we see a green flag pitting here.
Absolutely. We have quite a gaggle of cars forming back here. As you see them fighting for the positions behind Ken Hansen there. Ooh, Billy actually we got cars hitting pit road right now.
Yeah, here we go.
Here comes the checkered flag guys, and Ryan Johnson hits the grass and saves it.
Lucky I did that in practice and totally lost it.
All the leaders down pit road.
Well, Ken Hansen has stayed out. He's going to pick himself up a point, probably, and then see about coming in.
Green flag stops.
This is where you earn that paycheck. Looks like 191's hitting pit road. 9 car coming in ahead of him. 54, Billy Yarbrough coming with him. 54 hits the grass and also saves it. And I think Jeff Habbick, too.
Wow. The 3 car just killed him. Wow, what a great stop and exit for that Wrangler car.
So there we have it. Lap 35, we saw green flag stops.
And we're going to see some more here.
Let's see how the number 9 did by staying out to get that extra pit.
Yeah, he's going to have to nail this stop. We've seen the great ones like Damien Gottstilla and Matt Watkins do that where you think it puts you in an disadvantage, but then they just
right on board with the 9. The 9 and the 54 as they remerge, and there you go. That's just about perfect.
That's if you're going to do that and lose that draft a little and run that extra lap, then you're going to nail that stop. And Ken Hansen is bringing it.
Yeah, that's great. Sometimes you just make that gamble just right.
Also, he got to be the leader of the group coming in.
Problems for Jeff Habbick. I think he got a penalty. He's back on pit road again.
I wouldn't be surprised because he came in clear off the front stretch.
He was at P5. Now
yeah.
14. I think this is going to be a drive-through.
It should be a pass-through penalty, I believe, yes.
Still, this is great learning stuff there. This is the stuff that starts to happen to you when you become competitive, you know, when you start to learn this game, and then you got to work on every little, these guys are pros, you got to work on every little thing, Okay, now I ran with him. I was P5, and I messed up my pit stop. So that's what you got to work on next. You got to work on all of it constantly.
And we'll show you Tower's pit stop here. He locked it up, trying to get to the access road, and then did a little agricultural racing that did not work out for him, and I'm pretty sure that dinged him right there.
Well, now what he needs to do is get a good finish and keep fighting and finish the car to the end of the race, which is would be a big thing for him. There we see it there. The NASCAR ain't gonna like that, and they didn't. Gonna have to get the landscapers out there to fix that grass. Great stuff, though, man. Once your leader now back in P6, Ryan Johnson, but still in that lead gaggle.
He held on to the draft, and that's what matters.
Yeah, yep. Scarborough, the consummate pro, just right in the mix there. Nothing too fancy, nothing too great, just execution. It's what he does. And that's why you see so many top 5 finishes for the 54. They're going around the AMC spirit of John the Dog Palmer there. Just really not the speed he was looking for tonight. That car and track position.
Yeah, well, when you get stuck out there, and when you get stuck out there all by yourself, and a big pack catches you, it's hard to latch on to the back end of them because you're not going as fast as they are when they catch you, and they pull away too fast for you to hook up.
Another fast car that lost track position, Bob Dixon. That 43 is having to let him by. But
well, Bob Dixon is the one, I believe.
He'd be the lucky dog, I think, right?
Well, no, John, Bob Dixon would be at this point, but Bob took some heavy damage in that initial wreck.
Well, the car looks good. They did a great job on it, but
no, he hit very hard.
Okay, yeah. Hanson just all season, I keep saying it, really showing what we saw when he first got here and the potential and plus, actually he's an experienced sim racer. He's won a lot of stuff in other leagues, and races in other leagues, but we're really seeing consistent focus from him.
Meanwhile, Jeff
Cody
Havoc
was talking about how many cars. There was 26.
26 took the green. Jeff Havoc in the 101 is actually in a decent position, despite his pit road woes. As you see, he's 1 lap down, but he's right there with the other cars that are 1 lap down, and his car is undamaged. So if he can just get around Dog here in the 101, and then get around Bob Dixon's 43, and the field doesn't catch any more cars, and he catches a caution, he's right back in it.
And Tosca was talking about maybe some of these guys can make it on one more stop. That is definitely a possibility. What was the fuel window, Francis?
Well, Francis didn't remember exactly. I called for about 25, right? And that looks like what we got.
That's generally about what it is at Michigan or California, I believe.
Because if the caution was on lap 6, then we would have gone green about lap 9 or 10, and we came in on 34, 35, so we're looking at somewhere around 24 to 26 laps on fuel there. Ooh, Slim Jim runs up real quick on the 3 car and decides to back off that run, but you see that gives the 9 car a run in turn.
Dog just has no help, and he's gonna for that lucky dog and that too wide through there. Woo! It's
And you see, we're still following Jeff Havoc in the 101, and he got a little slideways off too there. Had to Had to catch it real quick before he slapped the wall.
Well, now, my advice would be, I mean, lap times aren't going to do much right now. You guys stay on the track, stay consistent, keep fighting, and make sure you don't make any mistakes here. This has been a great battle all night with these guys in the top 15, with Pops leading that gaggle and Chet Barkin really running strong in that other STP, the Racer's Edge, Sacramento, California.
And there you see that
with
second
TG
group.
and the U.S. Marine, Red Auto all over him. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. Your parents have any children that live? I bet they regret that. Obviously, you'd have to Full Metal Jacket.
Guys, you're familiar with the movie.
We're definitely not going to use profane parts.
As much fun as they are.
Yes, we do that on our spare time. Still, just a great battle as a driver. When you're in a gaggle fighting for 15th in a 26-car field, you feel like you're doing something. I mean, you're racing.
Oh, Mark Desenza. Did he lose? He may have lost throttle again. That happened to him last night in the truck race.
Could be some kind of pedal issues. These rigs and stuff do have issues and wear out. If he's had a history of that, that could be bad. Will Farmer in P8 by himself. Steve Weber. These guys really want to. They got great track position. They just need a caution here.
Just like Will last night, just steering wheel just stopped.
Yeah, Will had his steering wheel simply stop on him, and Mark had his throttle disconnect momentarily last night.
What kind of equipment these guys using, you think?
Heck, I've ripped them off the table. I've broke them in the race. I broke a chair once while I was racing and fell flat on my butt. Of course, that was in the early years before I had like a racing chair, But still, I was like, I'm on my butt. And my car's just crashing everywhere. Everybody is laughing. That was back in the FSB days when we had like 8 cars out there. That was your daddy's FSB. Oh, there's contact!
Oh, Jeff Havoc around.
Just bumped off the 3 there. He went down low trying to let it by, but then I think he saw, I don't know, but that could bring out a caution and help a lot of guys here. And the caution is, let's see. Do we have
we'll see down the backstretch here what happened. Whoa, okay. Sometimes the caution doesn't come out for a car to the inside here.
Caution is out.
Oh, yep, there we see it. Yellow flag is out.
I saw that initially. I'll have to look at it again. And looked like the 3 came down a little bit, and the 101 came up a little bit.
Wow, yeah, the 3 just hooked hard left.
He looked like he came down on...
I think that was more equipment issues for the 3 car.
Yeah, the 101 is laps down, but he's got to run, and the 3 just came down on him, yeah. I mean, that was a clean move there, and the 3's having issues, and that's the way it goes. Still, I mean, you just oh, but then Jeff gets back up and spins in the grass there and has to pull to a stop on the apron. Almost pointed the wrong way. That's, you know, a lot of times you don't even know where you're at, you know. And then
Yeah.
when you got 700 horsepower trying to engage in the grass.
Well, the good news is
you can't feature that. You know?
good news is he didn't hit anything. Bad news
Absolutely.
is he's not going to get that lucky dog after all.
Leaders down pit road.
'43 is going to get the lucky dog.
These guys still back around 15th are still battling coming out off of pit road and moving up. See how this sorts out. Pit Parkin and Brad Otto got to be having the ball here. And Pops, I think he's got 2 eyes now. He was racing with one. That's definitely a plus for him with Cadillac surgery there.
Cadillac surgery? Now you're doing it on purpose.
I did, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was good.
Yes,
Yeah,
Pops Margison in the 99 there had cataract surgery on both of his eyes recently. Just in the last month or two. So he's got a whole new view on life.
guys up front are just not making mistakes on and off pit road. Dan Irvine up to 7th with that beat up rear end pushed in, and that 27 is fighting. Mountain Dew, y'all.
Harry Chicken
Cody,
says,
what's up, Harry?
says he hoped Mark got his steering wheel reattached. Well, Mark wasn't the one who had the steering wheel detached. That was Slim who had his desk brake on him at Richmond, I believe it was. So yeah, all kinds of equipment failure throughout the Checkered Flag Racing garage there.
Josh Elliker, this was huge for him, and now he's got track position. We know he was involved in that, but that car looks pretty good. Scarborough just slowly snaking up there. Great execution now in P4.
Yeah, taking a look around the 47 car. It looks
New
okay.
Mike, who's that?
I believe that's going to be one of Will Farmer's friends.
Oh, man. Yeah, actually, Will is making hay here, man.
Yeah, Will also missed that initial wreck too, didn't he?
Yep.
Just kind of fell off on that restart. Didn't hear much from him.
I don't think they can make it on fuel here, even with clutching and...
I think if someone tops off now,
It would be at
Yeah.
the 25 mark.
If someone topped off now, it would be exactly the 25 mark.
Josh Elliker back down pit road, just as you called it. Not seeing any penalties here, so okay. I'm sorry. Kind of, I don't know if he was like saving fuel or running out there. Well, way down low. Maybe he was doing some texting or talking.
I think he was just taking the shorter route around.
Couple lap cars coming down low, getting in line.
Mr. Gateway saving fuel.
Absolutely. You can see the cars clutching with that little lurch they make. Pace car makes the hard left to pit road, and Slim Jim leads him back to the green again.
Yoshi Link, Wilmer is going to make the biggest comeback. That's obviously Will Farmer. And he can do.
Yeah, green flag back in the air. Still got those checkered flag teammates, nose to tail. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, did you see that from that camera angle? I think Slender Man is working security on the fence.
Oh, boy. You gotta take a little breath and then you gotta bring it again, man. Let's see what the 47 got there. He's taking a look down low. He might have been sandbagging, saying, "Oh, my leg hurts. I'm not that fast. Got a little damage." All of a sudden, he gets by the 9.
Yeah, I don't think he took damage in that wreck, or at least not serious damage. He just
It
got
don't
caught
look
behind.
like it.
He just got caught behind all the damaged cars, and yeah, as the packs broke out.
Well, I would say Wilmer is the best. Best racer. Debate me, and no, I wouldn't do that. But definitely, he's got the biggest upside because he's 16 years old. So. I think he just got his driver's license.
Yeah, Josh is making some moves, and so is the 29,
there's
Jeff Hale.
There's that guy in that 23 car. You better keep your eye on that dude.
Woo!
Oh, boy, there go, man. 3 wide.
Ryan's trying to find a hole to fall into there as he manages to slip between the 29 and the 54.
Like the interstate at 180 miles an hour, only worse. A 47 is getting a push now from the 9. That's what he do, though. Josh Elliker is just a chiseled, serious. When he gets to going, man. At 27 with that beat up, he has less downforce. But that seems to be suiting him. He's not even tripping right now. He's just going, man.
29 making the move for the lead
some
again.
people, that car would be undrivable. It's some kind of private message here.
You see the back end of the 27 car is, as you said, Milty, a big mess.
Josh hanging right there on the bottom. He's got Ken helping him out.
Yeah, Josh was looking to take that car from caught up in a wreck with less than 10 laps into the race to possibly taking the lead.
My pick.
A great battle right here, boy.
Wow, I just got to ban somebody from TeamSpeak. That's the power I have. Yeah,
There you go.
you never
Nobody.
know.
Guy, Milt.
Never know in the world. So, we're pretty much wide open. So when they come in here and try to disrespect us, they gotta go.
Don't mess with Milt.
No, he gone. But nobody. If you actually were serious about racing,
We got caution on the speedway.
FSBRacing.com
Yes,
is the website, and sign up from there. But you probably weren't very serious, so you're gone. Caution. Now, what do? You got to get tires here. You got to get tires. Way too much. You got to get 4 tires. 2 tires is not going to do you anything.
They can make it the rest of the way from here.
Yes, they can. You got to load up. There.
well,
Load the rifle.
here's what happened. 31 of Brad Otto looks like he was trying to hit pit road, and well, he hit it all right.
Not sure why Brad was pitting now, except unless he thought this was his window, so he was going to short pit, but that generally is not really good strategy.
You see right there, he hits the end of pit wall and comes to a stop right at the entrance to pit road.
And that really isn't good strategy.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe he was trying to get off sequence and make it to the finish. No, Harry. Milt thought the 47 topped off, but he didn't.
Now, if it would have went green for the rest of the race, that would have been a move. But he's a Marine, so he'll definitely shake that off. They're kind of tough. Here we go. Steve Weber has to go around the 54. Great stop for the 54 and all the leaders, these pros. Fuel and no tires for the 29. He goes out. He will take the lead. 4 tires for everybody else. All 4 tires for everybody else. No tires for maybe 2 tires. I don't think it was 2 tires. We'll have to go back and look. Let me take a look. That looked like fuel only for the 29.
I'm having a look right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that. I would have done at least 2.
No. You gotta at least get 2 tires, yeah.
Nothing.
No, he didn't get none.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, he was set up for a... You know what? He was probably still set up for a splash and go to finish.
Yep.
And he forgot to turn his tires back on. Not that I have ever made that mistake.
But you know that somebody that did,
I've heard of it. Yes, I've heard rumors about that sort of thing happening before.
Yeah, Brad looked like he was just trying to execute that stop. He's on tough luck, buddy, man. My Fresno partner there, he lives in the same town as I do, Fresno, California. Where men are men and sheep are afraid,
Here comes Jeff. Jeff's coming back down. Jeff's coming back down now.
Wow.
Well,
So
that's probably what you need to do. He knew that there was no way. He's still going to be able to lead lap. And he's, so you can't make it with no tires. You're junk, You have to eat it, and that's what the veteran did there.
Man, I think I would have toughed it out and hoped for another caution. I don't know if I'd want to lose the track position with cars.
Yeah.
Cars at different damage states and such.
I agree, totally. I would have been willing to fall back and try to stay in the top 10 and hope there was another wreck and then get my tires, I agree, totally.
Yeah, but if there's another caution later on, like, around 70 laps or so, he's going to stay out, of course. I don't know about the rest because of the tire wear,
Yeah, Brad talking about the fuel, like we said, if it would have stayed green, and he nailed that stop, that's your option. But those are low odds there, and I think he, like he said, bad idea.
Bad. To go along with your
Speaking of
or
that,
sheep
where
are
is
afraid.
Brian Lamb tonight?
Yeah, really, where is Lamb? I don't know. Hopefully off raising hell on his motorcycle or something.
Lost sheep.
Good time for me to take a Budweiser pit stop, sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers. All you do, this Bud's for you.
I wish they paid us for that.
Yeah, do you get to ride the horses at least?
No, you know, they actually, they might sue me for that.
Actually, as messed up as copyright laws are, they actually could, because even though it's basically free advertising, copyright law is use it or lose it. Lights are out on the FSB pace car with Josh Elliker in the 47 Pop-Tarts and Frosted Flakes machine on point. So Dan, your pick is very much alive. He's in a good spot.
Didn't think it was going to happen with that 47 car getting the accident earlier.
I guess he didn't hit anything too hard, or the damage just doesn't affect him on the short run. So we'll see how it plays out for him with it's going to be 16 laps to go.
He's like Superman, everything bounced off.
And Harry says Lamb is home, but man, he runs great on this track. I'm surprised he didn't come out. Yeah, Milt talked about the improvement that Jeff Habbock and the 101 has made over the last couple of years. But Brian Lamb went from having never touched racing on four wheels on a computer or real life. He's a motorcycle guy. From knowing nothing about it at all to the level of success he's enjoyed. That's a pretty darn good run he's had there. Always improving. Never gives himself enough credit. And
motorcycle guy.
Yeah, back to green.
You talk about Lamb. His evolution in racing is great road racer. I mean, he's really hard on himself, you know.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, we're A-type people, you know. Brad saying goodbye, goodbye, bro, man.
Take it easy, Brad.
Always the consummate gentleman.
Slim Jim looking underneath the 47 at turn 1 here with 15 laps left to go.
Yeah, Cody, most of my cars were always like stuff of my dad, so there's no way they could sue me.
Yeah, it is true. All these cars we do. That's why I'm hesitant. Someone's always, whenever I do something, especially things like the Buffalo Wild Wings car I did for Ryan Johnson in another series, and my own Icebreakers cars and stuff. People are like, have you ever showed that to the real companies? I'm like, no, I don't want to get hit with a cease and desist. It's free advertising, but because of the way the laws are, they could turn around and hit me with a cease and desist.
Look at Yarborough here.
Yeah, he's looking at the 59. 59 looks like he's struggling with a bit of an internet connection problem there.
Jeff Hale battling with Chad Parkin for 12th place, gets by. Great run for Chad, man. He's battling. When you can say he's battling with Jeff Hale, this is a great run for that 68 car.
Whereas Jeff Hale caught off sequence there, having to come back in for those tires.
Yep.
Boy, Bill's bound determined.
In fact, Jeff has lost the draft, the lead draft back there. You can see how small, I think that's Pops Margison ahead of him, is as they go down the backstretch there. Actually, I can't even see them on my OBS monitor when they're on the straightaway.
just still amazed at Dan Irvine. That car is on rails and it's beat to this, and see how that works for him. But so far, it's worked great. Steve Weber looking down low at him.
Hey, Ryan Johnson here making a move. Oh, look at Bill Yarborough cutting down to the inside now with Josh helping him out.
He's going to think better of that and back off before they get to turn 3. He's still pushing up the track. You see what that low entry will do for you. Josh Elliker backs off a little and looks low down the front stretch. That's a much better passing opportunity.
All the Will Farmer fans are pushing for the 2, but he has nowhere to go here. This is a gaggle. Trying the outside now, and he got forced out there, and here comes the 3. Well, the 3's been struggling with control issues all night. Oh, boy, and he gets sideways. And might have got a little tap from Michael Sanders, but what a great run for Michael Sanders in the top 10 all night. Oh, and they go down low. I think there might have been contact there again, but no spin. These guys are going at it, man.
And point of procedure there, Francis, this is 10 to go. Remember, you always have to count the last lap, too. We've made that mistake a few times.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, we do it constantly. 70 of 80, it's 10 to go. No, it's 11 to go.
Still the teammates out front there. Ken Hansen, he would love a podium finish, but what he needs is a win here. Get some points on these guys for the championship. Right there. Is there going to be team strategy with guys up front, or what are they going to do?
I'd say they're probably going to do whatever they can to not hurt each other till about 5 to go, and then it's gloves off.
That's generally most team. Well, that was our team. We were more like 2 to go, unless somebody made a mistake.
Yeah, with this type of racing, though, it's got to be 5 because it's basically like a super speedway, and a caution.
Here comes Sanson down low.
A caution in the last 5 is going to end it as, 9-car looking low with Elliker pushing hard.
Sorry,
the Mopars versus GM there.
Finish your thought there.
Mopars, geez, Ford. Ford versus GM.
But yeah, you're exactly right there because it takes more time. Still side by side. Now the 59, Ryan Johnson is getting hung out to dry.
Oh, he's still got the draft with Slim.
Yeah, Slim goes high to try to pick up his draft. Can't do it. On that front straightaway.
Well, they've got a huge head of steam going into 1.
He tries it again, goes wide to try to pick up his teammate. Now he's giving a lane for the 9 here. Here comes the 9 and P2 here. This ain't over yet.
Irvine catches the wall.
Pushing hard. What a great run for Dan. But you got to figure eventually that damage has got to do something.
Well, now that right side damage he's going to have from that smack on the backstretch wall, it's going to hurt him even more. As you see, the 3 is looking
Next
low.
to go. Hansen has got the bead here. You got to defend low, and you know the leader's going to defend low. Because if you can't pass high, you got to try to do an over and under, or Slim has such a great leading line. See how he brings the car out just a little bit to the right before he enters the corner and turns that car.
5 to go.
And he gets a half a car length easy there with that line. Ken Hansen gets a great run out of 2 there. He's going to lay a bumper on him. Is he going to try to pick it down low? Not yet. It's too early.
Meanwhile, they got Mark DeSenza catching the draft of Rick Castle, who we haven't talked about a lot tonight, hanging in there in the 124 in 7th place. But that's Mark DeSenza's lifeline to try and catch back up to this lead pack, hopefully having sorted out whatever controller issues he was having. As we are inside 5 to go.
Yarbrough. Johnson, what are they going to do?
Here they
Hansen
go.
down low. Ken Hansen. He pushed the air on
Slim
the 23.
is hung out. Gonna pick up the 59
we
off
got
the
cars
corner.
around. The
We
race
got
could be
cars
back
around.
to the line right now. This could go caution.
We do have caution on the track.
Hansen gets it at the line.
Yeah.
It looks like our finish will be
That is your winner
Hansen.
right there, Ken Hansen. Woo! How about that? You don't see that. Gets the 23 very often, if ever, and it, 23 just got pushed out there or overdrove a little bit, or the air from the other cars behind him. He just really couldn't get that car to stay down low.
Meanwhile, our caution was for 27 getting into the 191 here. Sent Michael Sanders around into the wall off 4. Hard left side hit with no safer barrier there. So Owen Pops got caught up in the aftermath.
The 27 fought the good fight there, but with that damage, looks like he got in the back of Michael there. Yeah, that sucks for Michael. But
Yeah, then Jeff
again,
Habbock and Pops Margeson just get caught up trying to check up for this wreck. Just innocent bystanders there.
Towers got to be going. I had fun tonight, man, because I was competitive. I was right in there battling. The other stuff you can't control, I mean, that's racing. But he's got to be just going, this was a great race for me. Absolutely, Cody, man. And we're really seeing a consistent season of what the 9 can really do, and barring crazy things that happen in this game or fuel, which is not an issue, going to bring it home, and that's a great win.
Yeah, so to wrap it up here, as they wind these laps down under caution, barring anything weird like an engine blowing, because it happens. You got Ken Hansen, your race winner there in the number 9 Coors Milling Ford. Josh Elliker, also in a T-Bird, behind him in the 47 Pop-Tarts and Kellogg's Frosted Flakes machine. Bill Yarbrough, the great run in the 54 car, comes home third place, rounds out your podium.
Man. That's what Bill does. He's just a fantastic, smart racer and has great speed and great decision making. If he doesn't get wrecked, he's gonna finish good.
Slim Jim
There's Volkolb in the house. What's
fourth
up,
place
Jerry?
in the 23 car. Ryan Johnson hangs on to 5th in the 59 car. Steve Weber in 6th. Rick Castle, again, great top 10 run there. Pretty quiet, solid run in 7th place. Mark DeSenza bounces back from whatever his woes were to finish 8th. And Will Farmer, another top 10 run there in 9th place. And Rick Piscana rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, it's a Ford 1-2 there. And there's a Chevy in 3rd, man.
Yes, Cody asks, what happened to the Chevy is, or the Chevy possesses?
Tim Wright saying that Towers does exceptionally fun race. Yeah, absolutely. And You know, I mean, he's put the work in, and you know, some people will quit when they, you know, realize what they're up against, and learning the simulation and learning how to drive. And it's one thing when you're like driving around by yourself on a computer, and man, I'm pretty good. And then you realize you're racing against people, you know, that are pros. You know, this is pro sim racing, and fantastic run for Tower.
Finishing out the field here, 11th place, 29 of Jeff Hale. Never could quite bounce back from his pit road miscue there. Comes home 11th place. 68 of Chet Barkin holds on for 12th. Bob Dixon nurses that wounded 43 STP machine to a 13th place finish. Jeff Habak, as we noted, had to come back from some adversity as well. Got caught up in the last little bit there. 14th place run. TG Reese in 15th. Michael Sanders, again, part of the last caution, as well as Pops Margison. Those are your last cars on the lead lap at 16th and 17th place, respectively. With John the Dog Palmer in the 108th, first car lap down. Diamond Dave Simons, your pole setter. Tough luck getting caught in that first wreck. He also finishes a lap down. Dan Irvine retired it after being involved in that contact.
Yeah, Kitty.
Ed Finley soldiers on after being on his roof. So he brought it home 3 laps down, but it was still running 21st place for Ed Finley. Then Brad Otto, Dean Gotro. I never even saw what happened to him. I guess he retired in that first accident. Then Francisconi retired, and Francis Dittman, of course, lost his engine after that second accident, I believe.
No, first one.
That was the first one. First one killed the 00 machine right off the bat.
Here comes Ken Hansen down in front of the fans, waving to the fans. Your winner, and down with that burnout, baby.
Burn him down.
Get some. Woo! He acts like he's done that before. Look at that. Get some. Yeah! That is a Class A burnout. That's the best burnout I've seen in a couple seasons here at FSB.
Hey, you think he's excited?
You think he's excited? No kidding. Carol, I just love that course too. I love Budweiser, but I'll drink Coors too, definitely.
Well, your favorite kind of beer is free and cold, any combination thereof, right?
Absolutely. Smoke them up for the fans. They're on the...
He's going to do the Matt Kenseth style burnout there. Put the nose against the wall.
That's how it's done. The complete package. What can we say, man? Just smelled this and seen it. Guy's out for bear tonight, man.
Well, you go ahead and gather up your podium finishers here, if you would.
Righty.
So, yeah, Dan, you almost managed to undo the broadcaster jinx there with your pick came in second.
I was just, my heart was pounding for him. He's almost there.
Yeah, I just needed that one more spot, but a nice recovery from being caught up in that lap 6 or whatever it was accident there.
I wanted to see Yarborough get it. That's who I was voting for.
Yeah, right. Yarborough, yeah, very solid run there. Was definitely made the moves when it counted. Good to see him bounce back from. He also had a rough night in the trucks last night. I couldn't keep off of him when there was a spin in front of me, and I kind of just pushed up into him while I was on the brakes, and that got him caught up.
Guess who that spin was?
I wasn't going to name names, but yeah, it was a red and blue truck spinning in front of me, and I didn't have a whole lot of places to go. But these things happen on cold tires, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I tried to save it, but I couldn't. I tried.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't. And sometimes you try that stab and steer thing, and it works out worse.
For sure, definitely.
There you go, Mama Hansen, Carol Hansen, our race winner's mother there, saying "Great burnout, babe," which very, very true. That was pretty epic burnout there. So much smoke you couldn't even see the flag stand for a bit. Ekes out a win at Michigan. Yeah, I guess it would be with only .24. And you'll see our point standings heading into this race had Mark DeSenza the pretty handy lead over Ken Hansen. Now we'll see once our series admin Ryan Johnson gets that updated. See just how much that is now. Why Milty's sure taking some time on that beer run there, trying to get the podium finishers gathered up for us. So, Dan, how much time you got left on that little vacation of yours there?
March 15th we'll be back, so that's a Friday night. I won't make that broadcast, but I'll be ready for the next season and the off-season racing that you'll be doing.
You're flying on the Ides of March?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll toss some salt over my shoulder for you.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have any Roman heritage, do you?
No.
Okay, that's probably a good thing. Yeah, I think Milty's been caught up sampling some of the sponsor product there in Victory Lane.
Yes, got involved with the champagne.
The champagne of beers, maybe. No, that's Miller High Life. So I'm trying to do a little calculating here. If DeSenza was 8th, let's see, that should be probably makes about a 10-point chunk out of the lead there for Ken Hansen.
That's what I figured too.
And we do have our race winner, Ken Hansen, in the booth now, as well
Congrats,
as
Ken.
Josh Elliker. And I believe Milty's trying to round up Bill Yarborough. Oh, I see. Bill's got his mic muted, so he can't join us. Now, Josh, I want to tell you, you had the broadcaster jinx on you. Dan picked you. And on lap 6 or so,
that's what happened.
On lap 6 or so, we thought that the broadcaster jinx had got all 3 of our picks. But it looks like you bounced back. Did you take any damage in that? And what was the uphill struggle like from there?
I did get damage, and that first run after the big wreck, I had lost the draft, and then I had a great green flag stop, and I thought I caught it again, and then got back about 4 or 5 seconds. I thought this car was garbage until we got a caution, and I got up among fast cars, and then the thing went. So I was thrilled.
It's amazing what air will do for a car.
It's amazing.
Awesome. Well, that was great resilience, great comeback, man. I just came up 1 spot short, but you can't be too upset with digging in and muscling up to a second place finish after a start like that. So congratulations, man. Great run.
Thank you.
And we also have our winner here, Ken Hansen, in victory lane again, trying to chip away at that point lead. That was some wild racing out there. Tell us how it looked from your end.
Oh, you ain't kidding, man. It was crazy. It was one time we were like 4 wide, 5 wide there. You didn't know what was going on. You just hope you made it through it, Didn't get any contact.
Ken, man,
that's my second win in the season. That's the first time it's ever happened for me. So that's pretty awesome too.
Your first multi-win season? Oh man.
Yeah, I never got 2 wins in one season before. Not here, anyways.
Dude, you're on rails, man. Whatever you're eating,
Must be that Black Cat Racing.
Absolutely.
You did a great job pitting on the greens there and pitting up the leaders.
Absolutely.
Good job there, Ken.
And by the way,
I did a lot of practice on pitting and qualifying before earlier today. Spent a good hour.
Yeah, absolutely. The pit stops are essential here, as that's what saved Josh's bacon and definitely paid off for you as well. And we see the points have been updated here. You'll see them on the left side of
your mom is
of your screen.
Really freaking proud, man, and so you got that going for you.
Yeah, so we just about called it there, Dan. The points lead has been chopped down by 9, with Ken Hansen now just 12 points back of Mark DeRocket DeSenza. So we got
Did he have
ourselves
issues with his gas pedal or something? Or
I think so. He had issues last night in the truck race.
Yeah.
And then I saw a couple of odd behaviors out of his car. It looked like he just stopped going at one point.
Veered left.
Yeah, I almost ran into the back of him.
Yeah, and then he veered left into Tower down the backstretch.
Tower, yeah.
Hey, Ken, your mom's saying hi to you here in the chat.
Yeah, she joined us there
awesome.
from YouTube.
Love you guys.
Yeah,
Well,
awesome.
Josh, man, I mean, you did what you usually do, which is just finish great, man. What was your feeling of the race there, man? 'Cause that was an awesome run. I thought you had some damage there, man. But
He did.
Yeah, I did. It was a resilient night. They banged on it for a little while on pit road, and I thought I was just going to be mid-pack the rest of the race, but the thing came alive once I got near the front.
Yeah, that's the crazy part with
that's
these aero
usually
tracks.
what you do.
Sometimes a little bit of aero damage kills you, and sometimes it's no big deal. Sometimes it helps. You just never know at a big track like Michigan.
I was definitely going to go with you, Josh, wherever you were going to go, because we were only 2 Fords up there.
So we are now past the halfway point, with this being the 7th race of the season. As noted, Ken Hansen 12 points back, Steve Weber 30 points back. As we head down the stretch here, got Infineon next week, North Wilkesboro after that, Talladega, Darlington, and Homestead to wrap it up. How you feeling about the rest of that schedule there, Ken? You think you got something for DeSenza?
Oh, why do you think I tried to win so hard tonight?
You're trying to make as many points as you can before Infineon?
And Talladega.
That's what I was calling for, because I was like, he's going to make a dent here. They need to have bad luck, and he needs to win, and you did exactly what you needed to do. So that's got to change the point situation big time. Put some pressure on them.
Well, awesome run all night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining us out there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch land. Thanks, as always, to our series sponsor, Farmer Brothers Contracting, Bill Farmer, and the Farmer family putting up the hardware. Thanks, as always, to our series league promoter, Sam Young, and series admin, Ryan Johnson, for putting on the show. And, of course, my good buddies, Milt Minter Jr. and Dan Jones, joining me in the booth tonight. Thanks again to our top 2 finishers here. Congrats to Ken Hansen for the win, and Josh Elliker, second place there. And
thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah,
thanks to you guys for the broadcast you guys do.
Mom says I gotta go night and love you. So
there you go.
So good. Finally got to see me win once. That's cool too.
Yeah.
So good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us again. Remember, I just push the buttons. You guys make the show. For FSB Racing Live, I'm Shawn Reap, signing off. Good night, everybody.